Woo. Kitty point. Yeah. Man, you had to come for track yard. Did it feel weird? Yeah. Because I keep telling you cut to extension. Yeah. That's right, guys. Take a break. Get some water. No breaks. Fight more. Yes, but then it'll just be basically sparring. I don't need to keep dictating everything. Thank you for humoring me with that. So, believe it or not, it is one of the things that not only does it help us practice judging, it helps us get used to that. It really makes you a more aware fighter when you're thinking about the whole way that an exchange goes. When you're thinking about what leads to the point, what made that point possible, and what made that point valid, are all really, really great things when you're thinking about your fencing, when you're getting ready for a competition, or just in general, making you more aware of what you're doing and what's successful or not. So, thank you for humoring me there. Quick water break, please. Hydrate yourselves so you don't dehydrate yourselves. And then we will be able to go back to some sparring and some fighting and some fencing. And we'll be brief at the very end. Thank you. No, thank you. No. Thank you. No. Don't you make this a loop. Thank you. Thank both of you. Thank you, Logan. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. All right. I as well. They're all sweaty. It's like they've been doing stuff. Logan and I aren't sweaty because we're. I threw my knee before doing stuff. Because we're both broken. Yeah. I told my wife she's like, how'd you do it? I said, not showing not ready. Antonio looked and she goes, oh, well maybe you're not ready for that. Yeah, you're not wrong. Clearly, thanks, babe. I also blame the new shoes that I just got. They're higher off the ground than my last one. That'll do it. When I rolled my ankle forward, it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, hey, whoa, wrong angle, buddy. But yeah, here we are. This is Luminous Movement. We are a lightsaber, longsword, and HEMA club and school here in the Portland, Oregon area, located right within Lloyd Center Mall, right next to the ice skating rink. So if you are a Portland, Oregon local and you want to come vibe with us, maybe learn some sword swingy things, maybe buy a lightsaber from our amazing display here of replicas, including things from all of the shows, movies, and stuff. If you want a private lightsaber event, either in your town or mine, reach out to us. I am the Jedi Ninja. I'm Coach Izzy. I teach lightsaber and HEMA classes here along with my partner, Aaron. Aaron is an awesome legend. Here they are. Come say hi to Aaron. She teaches longsword, saber, HEMA, everything. If you can stab somebody with it, and it's generally made of steel or plastics, or wood, she can help you do it. So come say hi, come hang out with us. We are a safe space where we encourage people to be healthy, move, and be the light. So we are Luminous Movement, and this is our competitive lightsaber class using the US light fencing format. So a minute, we'll be back to sparring, and I'll have some footage of that for you all. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out with me and this channel, because we have fun here. We do lightsaber things. We play video games. We talk about nerdy stuff. So if that's your vibe, subscribe. What's up, buddy? How are you? I get that a lot, honestly. I'm okay with it. I'll be your light daddy. There's enough shadow daddies in the world. I'll be light daddy. But we'll be swinging lightsabers and having a good time here. Here in a little bit. I am broken, however, so I'm taking it easy. But we're going to talk about, if you guys got questions about what's happening, we'll be using lightsabers. How you doing, Chelsea? Thanks for coming in. Kensley, welcome. We'll be having some fun with lightsaber class here in a little bit. followed up by an hour of open sparring and open play, followed up by our Longsword HEMA class right after that, and then another hour of open play. So if you're in the Portland, Oregon area, Danny, play with your lightsaber, not your meat. Ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. But yeah, come in here and play with your lightsaber instead of playing with yourself. But keep it appropriate. I got kids in the chat. But we got a lot of cool stuff happening. We teach martial arts with weapons, swords, daggers, knives, all sorts of cool, fun stuff. So if that's your bag, come find us here at Luminous Movement. But if you're a perv, please stay away, because I'll have to hit you with a stick or a sword. Plain and simple. But if you're that lonely on a Saturday morning, bruh, touch grass or something. I don't know. Can't help you there. But we're here to have fun. We're here to hit people with swords and be cool people. Glute spread? Nah, bruh. Can't do it. Hurts my hammies. Y'all are wild, man. Get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something. Cheese and rice. Pay for one. I don't care. But if you'd rather pay for lightsaber classes or sword classes, come find us, because we got that too. Here we go. Everybody does, Jay. Everybody needs a Jedi Izzy in their life. You get somebody in here doing this, oh, that's great. I was thinking, you're like, wow, that hurts. I feel bad. Luckily, there's not like a lot of actual. It's safe. Great point. What's it doing? It's playing the same. Oh, yes. I think I accidentally had it on the Magical Girl ignition. But I turned the volume down. Yeah.
I am a Magical Girl now.
Yeah. You never weren't.
There's a candy blade version too.
What up, dude? Mario from Scum and Villainy enters the chat. Sick. Dude, you've been going crazy this week.
Wait till you see the go-kart. I'm not bringing it yet.
Okay.
It's a full-on go-kart. That's something you gave us for that.
For whatever you want to turn it into. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, we'll have to make it into an LAAT or a Falcon or something, or the actual full size.
Yeah, why not?
I was thinking it would be that size.
You do a little mini land speeder?
Because I was thinking like a bunch of people have been like trying to get the small ones so we could all race each other. This thing is 4 times that size.
Okay.
So like.
That's big. That's what she said.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm just buying a bunch of particle board now. Yeah, we'll have pretty much all the materials we need to finish up the tables and stuff we're designing, and any cuts. I got 4x4, 3x3.
Sick.
We've got a lot of material to work with, so we need to get some build parts going.
I was gonna say, pick a design, pick a project.
Pretty much.
Right at this point.
Yeah. Now
It's pick.
getting more of these.
Oh, sick. More spools.
So my thought with those is that we can.
All right, guys. I'm gonna leave you here for a little while. Stay awesome, and watch people do cool stuff. Anything Magic Wheelchair does is nuts.
Yeah. So he made me these.
Oh, sick.
You see it on which one, Fred? It's like, you know, we both cut it over there. I saw you doing it. Yeah, oh, okay. How do you like that saber? Yeah, I figured you would. What's up? You taking a break? Oh, it's dead? Okay. I'm gonna jump in for like a 80 replacement saber.
It feels about sort of release a sort of time or sort of high rule.
Are they really?
Better.
My sharp?
Better.
Oh, better.
Requirement of it was specific.
I used to but I was living there during COVID. So they were like most shut down and like people shut down. Yeah.
And they're sponsoring those too. Yeah, we're going to Oxen Cloud heavy metal harvester.
Oh, cool.
Got this guy that owns the Forge, Striker Forge.
Yeah.
In Washington.
I can't even go. I took you long.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can't sit down. I can talk about swords too much.
Get the case for all.
Weird.
Always want to talk about swords.
This is Logan. This is going to be one of our next classes.
Hell yeah, from it.
Well, it's modern knife. If I can modern knife. This is going to be one of our next classes.
I had a great idea. Getting a quarterstaff, and then having somebody like an Albert, and then just drill a hole in the strap.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about that.
That's a little simulator for. Really? You need a saber? Yeah. Take this one.
That was a statement.
I can't believe there are bricks in Star Wars.
We often feel the universe. I can't believe this. Bricks ruined inward for me.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that was a thing that was said. I'm not gonna say which. I'm not gonna say what Star Wars YouTuber said it, but I have a theory.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. All right.
You want to grab the big thing, or we want to?
want to help me grab that? I'm going to grab this and we load it up. We'll load both up. Yeah. I just need to try and get out of here. I can't stay deep. I think my wife did that. You got to get a point. I know. Yeah, I'm actually picking up another one of these for my house, and I turned it into a dog cleaning station. Dog
So if she's collapsing that guard on you, into you, like that, right? That hanging guard.
Hanging guard's the best guard.
All passives. Because I'm right-handed. So if she's collapsing that guard into you, like she just did, why? Why is that happening? Right. So part of it is, if you're doing a hanging guard, make sure that the flank is still forward, right? If she's going to attack lower than it, you drop her whole hand. Because so that becomes then yes, exactly. And so then that becomes hand. How did I do the sound on that? Really?
Mine completely shoots color on me for no fucking reason. And I put it down, put it back up, and it's fine.
Izzy!
Zig! The magical girl is in rebellion.
He just left his phone here and like wandered off.
He does that.
You just didn't want to talk, so I didn't know what he said. Okay. So, if I'm hanging guard. Generally, if I'm like, if that cut is coming from my, from my left, like, aim to my left side, aim like this, outside line. That should be my hanging guard, ideally. If she's cutting that low, it shouldn't be a hanging guard. Because if it is a hanging guard, you need to drop that hand way low to deal with it, and to have structure and strength there. Yeah. Or just turn it over and guard you. Right? And this is where, when we see, so we see, this is like a Meyer thing at this point now. Because have a rapier section, this is not too dissimilar from that sword. And so Meyer advocates guarding that cut here, actually. Like that. Now, he's doing that, he's going to stab these. We're not going to stab it. But from here, very easy, raise hand, cut. Right? Goes from here, and I raise my hand, arm, and I cut. But that is going to be a better guard here because here, this is for cuts that are coming from a high point. If those cuts are coming from a low point, she's cutting into the weak of your sword, not your strong. Which means that is going to collapse into you every time if that point isn't way extended. Because if it's way extended, if she cuts to the point, then it's just going to power your gun. But that's because of where it's crossing, where it goes to your body. If it's here, and so when it's here,
But you can also, from here, you cut down on this step. Oh, yeah. So they go past you.
Yeah. No, and then essentially you're turning that into almost a deflectional parry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that works. Because deflectional parries are great, but your stepping is super important. If you're straight parry here against someone's committed attack, yeah, you're just going to do that. Yeah. Which is what happened there. I agree on that. Yeah, I agree. I like it too. I especially like them for setting up, whatever you're doing next. But I also I'm very, very advocate of hanging parries to the point of line. I say that all the time, don't I? Point of line when you're doing your hanging parries.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, what do I do usually? Yeah, I keep doing hands.
That's where you get faster at moving your hands.
Yes. I also really like hanging parries as an opportunity to set up. What's the word? That's not anchor distance. Crossways. Hanging parries.
Yeah. What I actually found was what I started doing is once I'm in this position, I would step off the side and I won't touch you. I'll find the top.
Yeah. From that distance, absolutely. The other thing that's really great to do from that distance, if you want to be fancy with this, is to do an up and around and with the side of it. So you can go up with the palm, go over, yes, then go back for it.
Yeah. I was just like,
Your clip from this is years ago where somebody was trying to adopt you.
Drop me my nose. Last week, the guy took down came in, she kept coming at me, and I literally with one hand just shoved her and almost
Literally straight from the face. Single right here. Doesn't mean I can't.
It's so funny looking at like, because I've been filming for so many years now.
Yeah.
And I have to wait for like my first.
Well, that's on you.
We're actually doing that.
Well, no, but I just mean
Oh, this is a
talking
60-second video of me almost hitting my arm broken.
and
And like running
I'm
out.
trying to figure out how to picture
And
that
I
out.
just posted like that's when I spar.
I have so much.
Well, no, I can know how good it is. So the problem is that I can't have a response.
So, okay, well, which is it now? Start again?
Well, I don't see it.
We all hear life is something that happens when we
Right back up.
Oh, yeah.
Not right now.
Well, but you have that, like, that window in there where I have to be out of that. So
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to pass.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's another thing is like,
Okay, yeah.
so you need to be
Yeah, I've seen a few. I can actually watch a lot of the top tier days leaders. And they're for really dedicated leaders.
I mean, what was you
They're almost all in over.
That's
Part of it is
like, go up with that. So you're doing that.
but I knew the essence
That doesn't
saturated.
you move me down.
Yeah.
Well, actually, watch
The
it.
one, now you're putting something in the way that it's one of these versus the other.
So he has a whole thing where he goes through like this.
Also, this doesn't line. And this is right.
I messaged him like a month and a half ago. Like I bought two of these
Yeah.
and I messaged him this like long message that was just like, dude, I'm going to go out, sorry to be there. Just for fight.
Real.
It'd be an honor if I could shoot you for me and anger and all that stuff. Yeah. He's like, everyone. He's like, I don't know what they will find. We can work. For this day, you should be away from this. And then he messaged me and he came in and replied.
So then,
And then other people were coming up to him.
and then it's just
And I'm thinking that it was like such a humble thing to do for this. And someone's like, that's the easy thing you should go ask him about half an hour. I'm like, that is very busy. And it's just like, and what he is, and I didn't think that should have done it. So like, same exact guy. I didn't
we
ask
should
him.
just go.
I walked up and I asked him. And I was like, how can I work with you? But anything you took me out of the way. Cool. I was going to ask, but I'm not going to say that.
Did it again. Did it again.
We're both starting now, we're starting now.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. This is exactly what this open gym time's for.
But yeah.
Huh? Yeah, like, we fought for like the whole class basically. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's open gym. We've been at open gym. That's it. Good night.
No, you didn't, but I still want to.
How long have you been training with us now? 3 years? 4? Started off this as a lightsaber student, and then because Lizzie was doing the lightsaber thing already.
Yeah, I'll get tosses up more onto the side, so I can take him off.
Say again?
So I get tosses up more off just off the side.
I don't know if my back will like pick it up off the ground.
No worries.
It's alright, I'll be here till 3. Alright, bro. Yeah, man. Darnak, what's up, dude? So right now, yeah, they have gloves and head protection, Darnak. They were fighting in full jacket and gear earlier. We always fight with gloves anytime we do real sparring.
or any like flow dueling, any kind of actual like where we plan on focusing on making contact. But they're not fighting at an intensity to which they would need a ton of protection, because they're not going super duper hard. Yeah, the odd nick and ding happens, but we have, we also fight with full fencing gear as well, with jacket, pads. You don't really need more than that because there's no thrusting. If this was a thrust-centric sport, we would want a lot more padding. But because we're fighting under a stricter rule set, you don't necessarily need that much protection. At minimum, gloves and helmet, but elbow pads, knee pads, shin guards, all of that stuff does add.
That makes me so happy.
We're both kicking ourselves.
I really was. I'm so happy with this. You guys are making me
So I'm just here kind of teaching, kind of not, helping set up the docking bay for all three of the companies that work here, but mostly supporting Coach Aaron as they teach and fill my class for me while I'm injured. But here I am moving heavy things of wood, acting like I'm not injured. I don't know why, but I do what I do. This part's not hurting me, but fencing hurts, so,
I would then maybe try and go backwards. Follow from that. So like you kind of now step on the back foot, and then as you're doing so, I'm pretty used to getting told. As long as you are like, doing so, yeah, I know, bring this around, so it's just a arm, and then.
There's definitely a much stricter rule set in this regard. It's not like super heavy, full contact craziness. There is a format in which they are fencing under, and it's just good form to not want to maim the person you're fencing against. And so you can kind of see they're doing slow work right now specifically in order to teach each other how to respond and react to an opponent. But yeah, no, definitely ouch when things don't go exactly as planned. But an elbow shot or a forearm shot, covered or uncovered, isn't quite so bad as, a finger or knuckle shot. Because we're not going 100% full strength, no matter whether we're sparring or dueling, even competitive formats. That encourages injury. That's a risk of commitment or overcommitment to emotion to get yourself hit. You definitely always fight with control. Now, that's not saying reduce your safety equipment, but you gear up to the intensity at which you are sparring. And they're not going too hard. And after a certain level of practice, you know how hard you need to go in order to score a touch. But the blades do hurt. They still will break a bone. You just gotta be aware, and that comes with time and practice. And everybody here has been doing this for several years now with us, So it's a matter of how much we trust ourselves and our students and encourage each other not to get hurt or to hurt each other. So there's a lot that's involved. There's a lot of respect and knowledge and comfort that comes with sparring with people. Lots of fun student and peer teaching happening right now, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Scott on the left is a beginner coach with us. Katie on the right in the blue leggings is a longtime student. She's been training, I mean, not even a long time, but she's been training here less than a year. And she's a force to be reckoned with at full speed combat. But she's basically been getting one-on-ones since her start here. But now that we're getting more students, we have our own space. She's now just getting more time to practice against people. Just giving them options they might not already think of. This is based on their current science.
Well, the whole thing is it's the options we don't think about when we're getting game. We slow down. All of a sudden,
There's a world to be seen.
So you're not really growing your memory here again. So something you're going to do with the fire right here.
Yeah, the first move.
Really hard to do that.
Yeah, the first movement of a phrase is the full arm. Everything else after that is the simple arm.
so that proves I am over.
Dude, this is like your second full class in U.S. light fencing in like forever.
What?
This is like your second full class in U.S. light fencing in forever. So, how dare you not be familiar with the rules as somebody who doesn't ever think of?
Look, I have two modes. I'm either the best I know what I'm doing, or I'm a total failure and an embarrassment to the app.
I mean, we're getting to that. We're bridging that gap a little more.
Yeah. That cut. The cut down and then point both fingers to come up and
Oh yeah, like where you do that and then that.
But yeah, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all popping in and saying hello. Drop some likes. We're just talking about light fencing and having a good time. But it's really fun watching these guys practice and fight against each other because they don't normally get to spar. So they're learning things and teaching each other things based on how they both spar differently. One being right-handed fencer, one being a left-handed fencer, one primarily fighting under a HEMO rule set, and the other fighting under a U.S. light fencing rule set. So they're teaching each other different things, how to respond within this U.S. light fencing format. So it's fun. I like watching people teach each other things. One, it saves me some effort, and it's a valuable learning tool to fight someone and learn from them mid-fight. You learn a lot about somebody when you fight them. And you learn a lot about yourself. Should you be open to it. How you doing, Darnak? Glad to see you, dude, by the way. Always a pleasure.
And they just looked at me and dropped the sword and went to run away.
Another great one is you cut it. Yeah. You can't get the ball up. Great, but not. You still got control. And that's a Fiore. That's a Fiore like that.
That was smooth. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. It was a simple arm. From my angle, it looked like it went behind him. Maybe not.
I keep thinking I gotta like get it fully behind me. Is it the tip has to get behind your head or the tip has to get backwards? Yeah.
The tip has to go behind your neckline.
Okay. Well, then we're good.
And that's what I saw from my angle was I saw it right there behind that point, like right there. It just has to break the top of your neck at the base of your spine. So yeah, that's the arm.
It is one thing we're doing like
And that's what I saw from my side. And that's what I saw from my side. Yep. Scott on the left is much a left-hander.
Well, and it means that if they resist it in some way, then you can just step out and snap.
Ooh, that was both smooth. I didn't see the wrist. Yeah? That's a great self-call.
It was like it got tightened up, but I didn't kick him. It was
Well, I think what may have happened is you got money.
He tried to void an arm at the same time to get priority.
and then he hit my blade.
I don't think so.
I didn't make a strike with my action.
Okay, so he kind of ran into it. So then he would have had priority. I don't know. It depends on like if your cut was finished, meaning as like it hit its full arc, and then he moved into it. What?
I would say full arm means you make contact and I definitely felt
If it's a self call, I would take the point and run. Take the point and run on a self call. Don't fight. I wish I had it on straight video, but it's on a live. I'll have to wait to see it later. Oh yeah. We've been live for like 45 minutes.
If you're here to a longer class,
Come on, pay attention.
that one was mostly just a really committed I was already in line. I literally just put it in.
Oh, because it's direction.
You want me to do it? How low is that?
And then go down.
So I would have cut the unit more into that. How low does that work? So over here, yeah,
And then
yeah. So even if I'm stepping on my own level and yeah.
So the actual purpose of why you throw it that way, to somebody who impresses armor. And the point that I'm making is that before your thing even comes, and I'm at an absolute max suspension.
How is it before the weight you?
Because if you're hitting into yeah, right, I'm here. I'm gonna hit, yeah.
Oh, here. That's what I'm cutting. But I'm cutting the shorter foot without committing.
Now, see if I can find one of the clips of it.
If he did this,
It does, because even with the climbing in,
that. So I think he was going to say that I see a lot of extension of that. Is that their body is not moving totally, but if it's and so like in that context, that shows I brought it up. I'm in high guard. If I'm cutting that zone,
that's what I was aiming for. Just step back to get into my arm. And then I'm up. And I did try to like sell something to go up. And then just cut down.
Body fake.
on this one.
And there's no distinction. So there is a distinction in
lean forward and it crosses that line. I don't like when I do the swing.
So that's
But
what
if
it
it's
is.
just shoulder,
I'm leaning right and I've been this.
it's weird. It's a funky line across. But if it's like, especially if it's like mid-swing and he goes with that and then follows there, that's a body thing. That's just,
Oh, you're saying offline.
yeah, but it's shoulders.
And then,
Yes, but smoother motion. You can't hold it.
no, that's for like exaggerating.
That would be, yeah, as long as you're not holding in a position and it's smooth and down.
Yeah, my
Right,
right.
down, swing. Thank you.
The intent of my movement was to go like this.
If that is how it was executed, that would be okay.
Okay, we're going to the side.
I appreciate everyone who's popped in, everybody who's sticking around. You guys are great. Welcome to Luminous Movement.
But the way you're doing it, mine still might be off my also, right? You might be doing that cross. So
I will still end up safe because we're here. Right. Push it off.
we're here. Then we'll get that cross, we'll go down to the hand. If you do that cuts, and then maybe that's what you're saying too. If somebody's got that, it's like, yeah, that's how much right there.
You're going through your cuts, and then I can move behind you. So you can do your cuts.
Well, and
That would require.
And Myers, like, they're going to do this because we do this and they're going to do this because it was much more. We're going to show.
Do it again until you figure it out.
and this is why I like this is really why I like ring it. I think ring it is a cut is a sus between Myers' and Littenauer's. Because I just ring it is that very spot where the partnership is developed. And you have layers and layers. So he's essentially so the minute you make either strike there or starting offline, and so you minute you feel your blade go slash your jump. Then you do it, you don't bring it in, hands on. That's the point's in hands on. That's what we're right. But you guys don't know what to do. The answer is probably step offline, and so that they don't try to hit it. Right? So that's it. So if you feel that swing miss, yeah, you do that still. Or Myers, if you do that, you'll go around fancy. Don't come to your car. That means you cut, your hands are high, but your body is. So you drop your body down and simulate that. I'll get it!
It's like,
Yeah, see it? I can also see it. There was a little more hesitation on his part. He didn't fall through parts fast. What is the parts? And so look at that! There it is. And you responded to that. And that gave you that gave you the signal. My turn. Well, and then we. But like yeah. But that is this exposed and that's the fact that deal with people. Yeah. Like some of the application because it's not it's an example of how
yeah, I break it down.
I have to do it.
I want to do that back and be like, if you have to go out, and then this is all of the different things where it's
All right, guys, that's what we're going to call it for today's live. Thank you for hanging out with us for the last 40 minutes or so. Luminous Movement PDX, we're here to do Lightsaber and HEMA classes. Sneak attack. See you guys next time. I'm dead.
yeah, it's literally this.